Your best guess as to the inner monologue of Bill Belichick as things were playing out at the very end in Las Vegas. Chris Long.
Like, how do I open an airplane door and throw the players off the plane?
That's so sad.
I'm not really sure. I mean, it's pretty unprecedented. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I mean, like, he's been through it with the Miami Miracle. But this was supposed to be like a handoff, right? Just we're going to overtime. And, Stevenson, I feel like, triggered some instinct in Jacoby Myers' brain that, like, oh, we're doing this thing, as Scott Van Pelt calls it, pitchy, woo-woo.
Right.
And, I feel for Jacoby Myers a little bit, but I don't at the same time, because I'm not even sure he knew the score. Like, that's not – and Mac Jones has got to come back to the football, Rich. He's got to come back and make a play on the football.
Come on.
It's a joke. I can't take that play seriously. Like, I can't analyze the end of that game.
Right.
Seriously, I've just never seen anything like that in my life.
The thing is so crazy, Chris, too, and too.
Are on the line.
Of course, and this too. The Patriots, for Jacoby Myers to not know the score, this is a team where everybody on the field in a Patriot uniform not only always knows the score, they know the down and the distance, and they know if the ball that's rolling around on the ground that everybody on the opposition thinks is incomplete could possibly be a fumble. We should get on it. I mean, don't leap for the pylon. If you're a running back, don't leap for the first down. If you're anybody on offense, they're normally so perfect situationally, and this is the most situationally boneheaded play maybe ever, and I can't compute it. I don't compute it.
And I felt bad because, like, Jacoby's been such a great player.
Him
for
too,
them,
yeah.
And has been such a smart player for them. And it just goes to show that, like, everybody has lapses in judgment. You just try not to have them in a big way at the absolute wrong time, especially against a former assistant with the playoffs on the line, and then like a 5-7 hour plane ride to boot after the game. That was a 4 p.m., right? I mean, this whole weekend runs together. I mean, think about how late they got back from that trip. I feel terrible. I mean, like, I'm laughing because it's like just you see, it's the humanity.
And Bill was just like, I just got to coach it better. He's got to be mortified. I mean, like, this is so. Does he take stock? Do you think where he'll just sit here and go, clearly something's off, right? And what is it that he fixes? Because everybody up in New England thinks he'll never change a coaching staff. He'll never change anything because, he's loyal first and they to him and so on and so forth. What stock can you take from this, do you think, if any?
I just think it's like the offense has been a disappointment this year. Mac Jones' development has fallen flat. And I think, like, Mac has kind of made that clear that, like, the setup was different for him last year. I could coach harder. You saw the embrace between him and Josh at the end of the game. I thought it was just like Bill had to wait to hug Josh.
I saw that.
Josh was hugging Mac. And just the whole thing, listen, I like Matty P. I like Joe Judge. They're good people, and I played under both of them. But, this is a production business, and you can't have if I'm Bill, and I don't know what the motivations were for bringing them in, to coach the offense. I don't know if it was a thing like, we don't want to bring an outsider in. I don't know what it was, but you can't have those guys calling the offense next year. Not that this was a product of the offensive, play calling, but, you're in the situation you're in because the offense hasn't. Their defense has done their jobs this year collectively. They're a very good defense, and it's not like Mac Jones has a lot of weapons to throw to, so you need a really efficient, highly functioning offense, and they haven't had it all year.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.